Hello, I'm Tracy Flanagan with FGTV, and welcome to the inaugural episode of The Pod. Fulton Government Television is your source for county news. And for our first podcast, we are pleased to welcome Mr. David Manuel, Director of Fulton County Arts and Culture.
Thank you for having me, Tracy. I'm really excited about this new podcast, and I'm also excited about being your first guest. So thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much. Now, we do have to give a disclaimer. Fulton Government Television is one of the divisions that is under your leadership.
Yes.
So we thank you for agreeing to this interview. We really appreciate that.
My pleasure. So let's get down to it.
All right, we're getting into it. Tell me, how did you come to lead one of the most influential arts organizations in the state of Georgia?
Well, a little bit about my background. I spent a little bit over 20 years as the director for the Woodruff Arts Center. And people know the Woodruff Arts Center is the third largest arts center in the United States. And so I got a lot of experience with that. And then I also spent 10 years in DeKalb County running the arts, but also experiencing government at the same time, which led me to Fulton County, the largest county in the state of Georgia. To be part of the fabric of the arts community is not only an honor, it's a privilege.
Why do you think people need to pay attention to art?
I think when you look at it, especially here lately, after we had COVID-19, people started really appreciating the fabric and the essence of what art is. We were trapped in our houses. We was locked down, and we relied on Netflix. We relied on learning how to paint and doing hobbies because we had no choice. We learned the appreciation of arts. And then when we started opening it up, people couldn't wait to go outside to hear outdoor concerts, to be part of the community. And so we learned a lesson about the creative part of art. And I think that's why people gravitate to it, because art connects, it heals. It's part of the fabric of everything that we call life. And I'm just honored to be part of that fabric that really brings a smile, entertainment, but also purpose to people.
Uh-huh. And it's funny that you mentioned life. You're a walking miracle, but we're going to talk about that a little later. So stay with us. Since taking the helm of Fulton County Arts and Culture, you've had many initiatives, many programs. One of the biggest, and I don't think you'll argue with me, is FACE. Tell us about FACE, and what does FACE stand for?
So FACE stands for Fashion, Art, Culture, and Education. We created this program about 2.5 years ago, and we created it based on a conversation that I had with one of our commissioners. And the commissioner said, you do a lot in arts. You do theater, you do dance, but don't forget fashion. I didn't realize how big the fashion community was in the state of Georgia, let alone Fulton County. And so when we introduced FACE, everyone came from the woodworks. They came out of the woodworks saying, I want to be part of this. I want to be part of this movement. And so now we're going into our third year, and we're just excited about what it represents and everything that it entails.
Well, I must say, I dabble in social media.
Okay.
And when we've been out and about, people will say, is this about FACE? Is this about FACE? So FACE has become so influential. People recognize the brand.
Right.
I mean, why do you think it's taken off so much?
Well, it's kind of interesting you said, is this about FACE? Because that's almost a military term, about FACE. And so there's so many play on words that you can use with FACE. But I think people are excited because fashion is really big in the world. Fashion is an expression of how you feel and what you think. It's not based on how much you spend on an item. It's really how the item makes you feel. And that's what we try to do in government when we introduce anything that's creative. We want to come alongside the creators, the fashion designers, the models, the people that are in textile, and support them, give them a platform, because that's what government should do, provide a platform that we can support others with. And I think now what you're seeing is the excitement. I mean, it's exciting to dress up. When we were kids, we played dress up. You know, we watched TV and wanted to be like certain actors. And I think now that in this day and age, people are realizing it's economic development. It's an expression of how you feel with what you wear. And it's fun. And we try to make sure that we capitalize on the fun part.
What can people expect during the FACE experience?
So what people can expect is 20 days of excitement. We're going to kick off with not a gala, but it's going to be more of a cultural experience. And the theme is celestial. And so we want you to think about the moons and stars as you get ready to get dressed to come to this spectacular event that we're actually going to do at 141 Prior Street. So we're going to do it in our own building to celebrate fashion, art, culture, and education. And then you're going to have 19 more days of exciting events, including Atlanta Fashion Week, Atlanta Sustainable Fashion, Atlanta Polo Classic, partnerships with SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design, partnership with Clark Atlanta University, and just so many others. So everyone is coming to the table to be part of this platform that we're creating in Fulton County.
Excellent. I know that in years past, you've had very big names involved.
Right.
So we will stay tuned to see what you have in store for us this year.
I really want to tell you the big names, but I've been told to hold it to the next episode of the podcast. So you just have to stay tuned and see what we got going on.
Okay, so that's a commitment that you'll come back later
I'm
and
coming
talk
back,
to us.
and I'm going to be dressed in a celestial theme.
Oh, my.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Okay, so as we wrap up all things FACE, are there any final things that you want us to know before we transition to our next topic?
I think with FACE, the buzz, and you kind of mentioned it, that everybody's talking about it. To have Fulton County as the platform of what we produce and create, and then have the other cities, the city of Atlanta, South Fulton, Alpharetta, to be part of it. And then to have the Atlanta Convention and Business Bureau that want to support it. Now we're really bringing in a program that follows my theme, which is collaboration over competition. And so we're really excited about the growth and development. But, they say Atlanta influences everything, but we say everything is in Fulton County.
That's right. And another thing that I like to do is go to movies.
Okay.
And when you go to the movie theater,
right,
there's David Manuel on the big screen telling people about the CFS, the contracts for services. That's a really big deal. Tell us about that.
We're so blessed in our department. We have community outreach. We have FGTV. We have the Emma Darnell Center. We have programs like the Future Lab and FACE. But one of the most exciting part of what we do is the part that we give to others. And we do that through contract for services. And this year, thanks to the support of our commissioners and our leadership, we were able to award $3 million to over 170 artists and arts organizations. And so we're always striving to get the word out. And so this year we decided that we're going to put a little bit more muscle in terms of how we market and promote this. And so we started a relationship with the movie theaters to make sure that we can promote where to apply for this funding, where to get this funding from, right before you sit down and enjoy your popcorn at a movie. So we're really excited about that partnership. And it's just a testament to the entire department that we don't work in a box. We work outside of the box. And so whatever we need to do to get the word out, the message out about what we're doing in Fulton County, we're going to go down that avenue.
Well, I know that there's so many organizations that benefit from CFS and things people might not think about. And so it's been really wonderful. It's been really wonderful.
Yeah, anytime you can be part of someone else's vision and to make that vision come to life, it's a beautiful thing. And like I said, that's what government is all about, supporting and coming alongside to strengthen what we're offering. And that's why our chairman said better than anyone, Fulton County is a big deal.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. And let me turn the conversation to something we kind of teased earlier.
Okay.
You are a walking miracle. And you are a testament to not giving up and also the importance of organ donation.
Right.
Tell us about that.
Wow. So way to transition on that one. So about 10 years ago, out of the blue, never really been sick before in my life, I had liver and kidney failure. And I was admitted to a hospital here in Atlanta. And I was in ICU for 40 days. And for 40 days, my body was declining. And the doctors were giving me dates saying he might have a week. Now it looks like he has 5 days. And so I remember saying goodbye to my sons, apologizing to them, saying, I'm sorry, I'm not going to see you graduate from college. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be at your wedding. I didn't know I was going to get dealt this hand, but this is the hand I got dealt with. So I was preparing to say goodbye. And just when that moment was coming up, I heard a loud noise the night before. And I remember having tubes in my mouth, my nose, and my skin was as dark as this mic. My eyes were fluorescent. My body was shutting down. And the nurse came in and I asked her, what was that loud noise? And she said to me with tears in her eyes, oh my goodness, Mr. Manuel, that's a helicopter with your liver on it and your surgeon. You're going to surgery tomorrow. You're going to live. And so what do you do when God gives you a second chance on life? Well, I've always been supportive. I've always been a giver. Now I do it like I'm on steroids because I know what it means to be here and to be here because somebody else made a decision for you. And that's what organ donation and organ transplant is all about. It's about making that decision to sign and say, hey, I think your life is valuable. I want to add to it. And so when you receive a liver transplant, that means wherever you got it from, someone is experiencing death. Because in order to get a liver, someone had to die for you to live. That's a huge burden on you to wake up every day knowing that you're living and you're working because someone gave you something so special. Someone gave you the gift of life. And so now I'm getting ready to celebrate my 10-year anniversary because of a family in Scotts, Louisiana, who made a decision when their 21-year-old son had a seizure and didn't make it through that. They decided to say, I'm going to donate his organs. And 6 men received his organ. There's a man walking around now that can see because he has Dylan eyes. There's 2 men walking around alive because one has his heart, the other one has his lungs. 2 other guys have his kidneys, and I have his liver. And so the impact that I try to make every day is not just based on what David Manuel wants to see. It's what Dylan Mouton couldn't see. And it's what that whole family couldn't see. And so every day I wake up, I try to make sure that whatever I did was good, but tomorrow it could be better. And that's how I operate. And I operate that way because someone gave me the most precious gift you can give anyone. And again, that's the gift of life.
And I'll make a plug here. I know it's important for people to be bone marrow donors, but also to make this decision and sign up. It's pretty, once you decide, it's pretty easy. You can sign up with your driver's license.
Takes you 30 seconds. That's why whether I'm in a tux or suit, I always wear this green bracelet that says donate life. And so it's on my driver's license. It's in my talking points wherever I speak or anything like that, because it is a major part of my life. And, I don't wish anyone to go through what I went through, but I almost wish everyone could, because you'll come out with a different perspective on life, and not just being an organ donor, but how you treat people every day and how you have a duck's back in terms of you let the negative stuff wash off because you're here for a bigger purpose. I'm part of one of the largest platforms in the state of Georgia. I'm part of the Fulton County family. And so I'm motivated enough to say, what can we continue to do that make us a big deal? What can we continue to do to really bridge the gap in terms of bringing other cities around what we're doing? And so that's my mindset, but I operate that mindset because of the people that came before me and the people supported me, even when I needed the most support. And that's the Mouton family.
Well, David, I must say that you've been a real light for us. And so we are so appreciative that you're here and that you're making a big difference in Fulton County.
Well, I couldn't do it alone. I have an amazing staff, including you, as well as everyone in FGTV and all the other division. It's truly a team effort. Everybody's experienced it and they have the passion. And that's what it's about. You want to work with people who have a passion for what they do. And I can honestly say this with our entire department, we have a passion for creativity as well as a passion for serving the community.
Can you give us a hint as to maybe what's the next big thing coming up?
Well, we did start an initiative called Come Dance, and it's really focused on our senior citizens because in Fulton County, our seniors are very vibrant. They want to move around, they want to shake what they got, and we want to make sure that we give them that platform. So we created a program called Come Dance, and we're excited to see so many seniors be a part of this dance movement that we're starting. We're still focused on fashion, but we're focused on every aspect of the arts. And who better to capture everything that we do than FGTV?
Hey, we're about it.
That's right.
And even in this building, there's several galleries where people can experience different types of art. You know, throughout the year, I know that the exhibits change.
Right. We have 2 galleries in this building. We have one on the main floor right outside of Assembly Hall. We have another one on the second floor right at the Peachtree entrance. And we change those artwork and those pieces pretty much every couple of months. And so you're always going to see something new here. And you're always going to see us celebrate our own community. And so you're going to see local artists displayed here in our building every time you walk through those doors.
And we love getting a chance to meet the artists and talk to them about what inspires them. And a little plug, our stories are always on our YouTube channel. That's Fulton Government TV on YouTube.
That's right.
And so you can see these things and see these artists and so forth. Is there anything else that you'd like to say, you know, as we wrap up?
Well, I did mention this in one of our exciting events that we do every other Thursday is called Grub and Groove. And Grub and Groove is really for the employees of Fulton County, but it's really for everyone. And we have live entertainment out in our plaza area outside. And people just come over and they listen to the music, they eat, they fellowship, they network. And we have artists that are displaying their work and painting while you're enjoying. So it's a lunchtime thing. It's from 11:30 to 2. We encourage everyone to come out. It's right after the Board of Commissioners meeting. We all need a break to really enjoy life and to be outdoor. And so that's just one of the many programs that we do in our department. We support every aspect of what Fulton County is about. And because of our leadership with our county manager and our COO and CFO, we just follow their lead and make sure that we provide a pleasant atmosphere for not just our employees, but also for the community at large.
How can we find you on social media? Because you're very big on social media.
So you can find us at our website at fultonarts.org. You can find us at Face Fulton on IG. You can find me because I post everything that we post on my own IG at The Real David Manuel. And between Facebook and social media and our website, we try to make sure that we have enough information for everybody to reach and participate in.
Well, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here for our inaugural podcast. We really appreciate it.
The first.
The first.
So we're excited about that. And I'm looking forward to watching all the other episodes because you guys are doing an amazing job.
Thank you so much, David. We appreciate that. And we'll have many more conversations to come. So be sure that you follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the things. And we are Fulton Government Television. So thank you very much for joining us. And we look forward to hearing more about all the things that you have going on.
Thank you for having me.